Hey there, friends and enemies. JoPaWrites here once again, and today we have huge information on Genshin Impact Update 2.4, and I'm very excited about. 2.3 is just around the corner. We'll go over some information on why the banner system changing in 2.3 is affecting this 2.4 update, and just some of the things that we're looking at going forward with Genshin Impact, because I'm very excited. I think it's a great time to be somebody either coming into the game for the first time, lapsed player coming back in. I think there's so much to do, and there's a lot going on. So anyway, I'm going to jump into it. Make sure you like the video, comment down below which of the characters that are dropping in 2.4 are you most likely to be wishing on. We've got Yunjin, we've got Shenhe, we'll probably have Zhao and Ganyu. I'll get into that in a second. But also make sure you're subscribed to the channel, because I throw out a bunch of Genshin Impact content, and it definitely helps me out. It supports me going forward, and you can pay attention as I drop new content pretty regularly. Anyway, let's get into it and talk about Shenhe. She is the pupil of the Cloud Retainer. One has traversed many realms and taken a great many pupils. Among them, Shenhe bears the closest resemblance to oneself, Cloud Retainer. So she's the lonesome transcendence, ethereal soul amidst the mortal realm. Now, she is a cryo polearm user, just like we've seen with other characters like Rosaria, like Eula. But it'll be interesting to see how they put a twist on her. She's a character I know a lot of folks have been looking forward to because of her design and the rumors we've seen about her in the past. So yeah, she's from Liyue. Yunjin is from Liyue. Like I said, Ganyu and Zhao are the rumored rerun banners that are happening next patch. And if that is the case, it'll be a full Liyue patch, which makes sense because there's the festival that's happening there, and there's some other reasons to believe that might be the case. We don't know which, it's not confirmed whether Yunjin and Shenhe will be both 5 stars, but I'd imagine one will be a 4-star, one will be a 5-star. I'm believing Shenhe will be the 5-star, but that's all speculation at this point. So we'll find out soon enough for sure. But I do like the fact that they're updating us the patch before on which new characters to get hyped about, to get excited for. Because I'm someone who's fully invested in getting Ito, and then obviously Goro as well. And for that reason, I've been hyped about this. I've been saving my Primo Gems from the last patch, a patch and a half basically, and I'll save all the way up until I can get Ito. So that is something I'm glad, that's a huge change I'm glad they implemented as they announced which characters are coming out, because if you are a Shenhe stan, if you are a Yujin lover, you know you can save your Primo Gems for these characters that are coming out here in the future, which is absolutely huge. We'll look at a little bit more on these characters as well. These other banners, like her character design is really, really good. I like it a lot, and I'm excited to see more about her. She is, to Shenhe, Cloud Retainer is a knowledgeable and chatty master. She comes from a branch family of a clan of exorcists. Due to certain reasons, Cloud Retainer took her on as a disciple. So, very interesting. Then we've got Yunjin. Sage Lucida, current director of Yunhan Opera Troupe. She's the director of the Yunhan Opera Troupe and is also a famous figure in the Liyue Harbor's opera scene. So her character design is actually really interesting because it is so flamboyant, which you would expect from an opera director, but it's very colorful. I like that a lot, especially as a Geo polearm user, which is what she is. I find that very interesting. Now we're going to potentially see 3 polearm users on the next patch if Zhao is among them, between Yunjin, Shenhe, and then obviously Zhao as well, which would be very, very interesting because that's a lot of polearms. So we'll probably see a lot of polearms as weapons in the store as well. So if you're looking for one, I know we just had the Staff of Homa drop, but that's very, very interesting. Now we've got the Yunjin, a little bit more information about Yunjin, a full body picture, which is cool. Like I said, I like her whole design. Not every character has to be a waifu. Some of them can be pretty pretty cute, and I do like that as well. I think that's important for the game. One performance by Yunjin at our tea house rakes in enough more that we won't have to open up for a whole month. Fan area of Hayu Tea House. So interesting. I think, like I said, I think of these characters, I would be most excited about Shenhe, just because I don't have a cryo polearm user that I'm currently using. Although I do have Rosaria, but I just haven't built her. However, after getting Ito, if she is a support character, Yunjin, then I feel like I could definitely throw her into the squad. If she was a healer, and I could do add a Geo healer to the mix with my Ito once I do get him, I feel like that's a huge W. So she might be the one that I would be most excited for next patch if that is the case. And I do like her design, as I've been saying. So one of the things to remember, if you haven't noticed already, the banners have changed. So now we get 2 5-star rerun banners in the next patch in 2.3. We've got Albedo and we've got Eula. However, the 4 stars across the 2 banners are going to remain the same, which is very interesting because your pity system carries over from one to the next. So say I wish half my wishes in the Eula banner. Say I do get her, but then I swap over to, or I keep wishing on this banner and then I swap over the Albedo banner. The wishes carry over, the pity system carries over. So you'll be able to get whichever character you want. But with the 4 stars on each banner, if you have one specific 5-star, I don't know if you'll be going back and forth. If they had different 4-star characters on each banner, which wouldn't have made a lot of sense for them personally, just because there's not enough 4 stars in the game to rotate that constantly, then I feel like that would have made the pity system carrying over make more sense. But either way, I guess it's if you are going from one to the other from patch to patch. Say you wish on this one, on banner 2 for Eula, you don't get her, but for the next patch you wish on the event wish for Zhao, you do get him, even though it wouldn't be the same exact banner. So that's good, but ultimately, I wanted to talk about how all of these characters are Mondstadt characters. So the first half of patch 2.3 is pure Mondstadt. You've got Eula, Albedo, Bennett, Noelle, and Rosaria. And then obviously next patch we're gonna do a heavy Inazuma theme with, or the last half of 2.3 with Ito and Goru, and then potentially 2 other characters. Maybe from Inazuma, but they might not have enough to really, unless they just do Sayu and Toma again, which would be kind of weird because he just came out. I don't know if they'll have enough Inazuma characters for that. Or they could do Sarah again. I didn't think about that. But as far as patch 2.4 goes, it looks like that's going to be a very, very heavy leeway patch. If you go Yunjin, Shenhe, Zhao, and Ganyu, which sounds like it's going to be the case. And those are the last 2 are obviously rumors, but Zhao makes sense with the upcoming festival next patch, as well as Ganyu hasn't been around in a long, long time. And if it's a leeway centric patch, that would make the most sense to bring her back at that time. So other than that, like we've seen the new information, this is the other big key, is that now that we're seeing multiple banners, we're seeing all of their specific weapons that are kind of focused for those characters dropping as the 5 stars. Like the Freedom Sworn and the Song of Broken Pines are awesome for Albedo and then Eula respectively. So we're going to see a ton of polearm weapons next season. It's going to be next patch on 2.4. It's going to be pretty insane. So I'm looking forward to that. Personally, well, I'll probably also see a bow for Ganyu, but yeah, that's gonna be pretty interesting as we go forward, and I think that's the best way to do it. So that way, if you're pulling for a specific character and you have that character already, you don't want to pull for that character again, you can maybe gun for their specific weapon that does benefit them the most. So other than that, 2.4 has a lot of information coming. We got a free 4-star sword if you do this event, primo gems, all that kind of good stuff. But I think that's going to cover everything. Yeah, this is the confirmation of the new banner, which dropped last night. Trial reruns. We got the hangouts coming. This I'm very excited about for Goro and Beidou. I like Beidou a lot, so I think that's going to be cool. But Goro, we haven't really got to see a chance to shine yet. Ultimately, though, we wanted to talk about Shenhe and Yunjin. I'm excited to see them enter the game. I'm excited to learn more. Hopefully we get them in story stuff as well. I hope you enjoyed the video. My name is JoPaWrites, and I'll catch you all later.